Today, we'll be continuing to explore brand archetypes by discussing the 12 different brand archetypes that you can adapt to your brand, including some real-life examples that you can look at. In our previous video, we've explored what brand archetypes are and how companies as well as players use these brand archetypes to help build their brand strategy. Now, we'll be diving deeper into the 12 brand archetypes. What are some of the examples available in the market and which industry are they often using it? Hey guys, welcome to Creative. Here we use our passion for the game to change the game. Every week we talk about solutions that can truly change the business of sports. Today, we'll be diving into our second video on brand archetypes and looking at 12 brand archetypes you can look at. Revolutionize the game, and don't forget to tackle that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss out on anything in the future. In our first video on brand archetypes, which we'll link in the comments below, we discussed their general concept and how they can be used to develop brands. Now, we'll be diving into the brand archetypes themselves and some examples that we can use. So let's dive in. The first archetype that we'll be discussing is the creator archetype. Driven by originality, imagination, and self-expression, the creator archetype wants to create something unique and valuable. They strive to share their vision in life through expression, sharing their talent with the rest of the world. Creator archetypes celebrate the creative process of creation and communicating messages that inspire their customers to create, innovate, and stay creative. This archetype is often found in industries such as art and design, information technology, as well as marketing. If you want to be the creator brand, you need your fans to think outside of the box. Like what brands such as Lego, Apple, and Adobe promote. Your brand's voice should be inspirational and sometimes provocative. Keep in mind, the creator archetype is driven by innovation. The sage archetype. Sages are driven by truth and knowledge. Besides wanting to understand the world, they want to share the knowledge they've gathered with the rest of the world. The sage archetype is often used by brands led by lifelong learning, people who enjoy sharing wisdom to audiences. Sages celebrate education and promote the importance of intelligence and expertise. They want their audience to not be afraid of the truth and keep an open mind to new lessons. This archetype is often used by companies in industries like media and news networks, education, and consultants. If you want your brand to carry the sage archetype, you need to value information and put that first. Fans who relate to the sage archetype enjoy well-written and informative messages. Your brand's voice should be seen as knowledgeable and ensured of the information they are sharing, similar to how Google, BBC, and the University of Oxford promotes their brand archetype. The caregiver archetype. Caregivers put service before anything else, driven by their desire to provide support and care for those around them. They aim to offer the best service to those in need. It doesn't matter if it means putting their needs on the back burner. If it's for the greater good of everyone, they won't think twice about doing it. The caregiver archetype is commonly used by businesses within industries such as nonprofit organizations, healthcare, and aged care. And when you want to be the caregiver type of brand, you need to promote warmth and generosity. You should inspire your fans to do good things for the sake of others. keeping the needs of other people in mind. And as a caregiver archetype, your voice and tone should be supportive and helpful, like how WWF and Toms communicate with their audiences. Let's move on to the innocence archetype. The innocence archetype seeks happiness, not just for themselves, but for everyone. They carry a positive personality driven by their craving for safety. As an innocent personality, they never think badly of anyone and they avoid holding grudges. This specific archetype is often used by companies offering beauty and skin products, cleaning products or services, as well as organic food. In a nutshell, the innocence archetype is the mold for brands who want to offer products used on or for the body. If you want to be perceived as a brand with an innocent personality, you need to value the trust of your fans. You should strive to make them feel safe with your connection through the help of positive communication. The voice that this archetype uses is often seen as optimistic and humble. Just take a look at some of these slogans from brands like Dove and Innocent. The gesture archetype. If you're the kind of person who likes to have fun and love living in the moment, then the gesture archetype is perfect for you. Similar to the innocent archetype, gesture personalities are optimistic, filled with energy. Driven by their need to promote positivity and happiness, the gesture archetypes have made it their mission to make sure that everyone around them is happy and are having a good time. This archetype is often associated with businesses in the confectionery game, the alcoholic beverages industry, and even child services. If your main goal in life is to promote happiness and positivity, then your brand should highlight the light-hearted counterparts of life. You should promote happiness and laughter to your fans. And when it comes to communicating with them, your voice should have a playful and fun-loving tone, similar to how M&M's, Old Spice, or even the Dollar Shave Club talk to their audiences. One of the most misunderstood archetypes, the magician archetype. If you want your fans to perceive your brand as a company that takes them through a magical journey or makes their dreams come true, then the magician archetype is for you. As someone with the magician personality, you're driven by belief and discovery. You want to defy the ordinary for a better future. They value transformation from something bad into something better and live by turning people's visions into reality. This archetype is often used by brands in the entertainment and beauty industry. Even companies in the health and wellness sectors use the magician archetype. When communicating with your fan base, your brand's voice should be mystical, informative, and reassuring, like how Disney and Dyson frame their messages. You should promote believing in one's dreams and define the impossible. The ruler archetype. If your core desire is to gain control of the market and become the leading authoritative figure of your niche, then the ruler archetype is for you. Compelled by power, success, and prosperity, the ruler personalities love exerting leadership and showcasing their superiority. They're the kind of people that are confident with what they can do and love taking full control of their life. The ruler archetype is often found in luxury industries, including automotive companies, hotels, and other luxury brands. If you want to be the ruler archetype, then you must reassert power and control in your messaging. You want your fans to feel like they're part of an exclusive group. Your products and services being available to only a limited number of people. And when it comes to communicating with your audiences, your tone of voice should be commanding and refined, similar to how Rolex talks to their fan base. Now, most people watching this will probably look at the hero archetype. The hero archetype is considered to be one of the most common archetypes found in the sporting industry. The hero's archetype's main goal is to prove their worth through courageous acts and determining decisions. This archetype is often associated with athletes for drive to grow through hard work. They're the kind of brands who promote facing challenges head on and never letting failure get the best of them. Besides the sporting industry, their hero archetype is also commonly found among companies within sportswear, sports equipment, and outdoor equipment industries. If you want to be perceived as a hero by your fans, then you need to empower your fans to take courage and become better at what they do. Your tone of voice should be brave and candid as well as honest, just like how Nike and Adidas talk to their fans. The rebel archetype, driven by their desire for liberation and independence. The rebel personalities love to defy conformity and don't like to follow rules. If you're someone who loves to shock your fans by going above and beyond their expectations, the rebel personality is perfect for you. As someone with the rebel personality, you promote revolution. You encourage your fans to defy the status quo, motivating them to go against the current and follow their own paths. This specific archetype is commonly observed among automotive companies, alternative apparel companies, and body art. As for communicating with your fans, your tone of voice should be perceived as rebellious and disruptive, similar to how Harley Davidson and Diesel frame their messages. Just the regular guy archetype. Brands perceived to be relatable by sports fans and other audiences tend to have the regular guy archetype, with their core desire being equality and togetherness. The regular guy doesn't enjoy standing out in the crowd. They want to make sure that everyone relates to them, and they strive to be easygoing. And if you're the type of brand to have the regular guy archetype, you're guaranteed belongingness to your fans. You promote honesty and simplicity in your messages. This specific archetype is often used by automotive companies offering family cars or apparel brands with everyday products. And when you're the regular guy archetype, you're never boastful to your fans. Your tone of voice stays friendly and humble, just like IKEA and Target. The lover archetype. If you value intimacy and indulgence, the love archetype is perfect for your brand. Driven by their desire for closeness and affection, they are motivated to reaffirm their beauty to their fans. They are passionate about making intimate connections with their audience, using sensual language to communicate with them. And because they want to appeal to fans with the same personality, they have made it their mission to make them feel attractive and special within their presence. The lover personality is often used by companies within the fragrance, cosmetic, and even wine industries. Some brands that offer indulgent food, like chocolate, also adapt this archetype. And if you want to be perceived as a lover by your fans, then you need to have a sensual and soothing tone in your voice, similar to how Chanel, Victoria's Secret promote themselves. The explorer archetype. When you're someone that strives to push themselves outside of their comfort zone and into a new environment, you'll definitely relate to the explorer archetype. With the desire to explore the unknown and go on adventures, the explorer personality is always up for a good challenge. They celebrate the challenge and journey that they've gone through to become who they are today. And similar to the rebel archetype, they desire liberation for themselves and everyone around them. The explorer personality is often found in industries that involve extreme sports, SUV automotives, and even adventure travels. And in order for your brand to be perceived as the explorer archetype, your tone of voice should be daring and fearless, just like how North Face and Patagonia present their messages to their fans. Now that we've covered all of the 12 brand archetypes, you can start evaluating the information that we've gathered during the 4 initial steps. We've given you for brand discovery to figure out which archetypes work best for you. Once again, these brand archetypes are meant only to be a guide for companies and other personalities like you who want to build their brands. If you think that some of these archetypes are limiting your potential or personality as a brand, don't be afraid to mix things up. You should always have a second archetype at hand as part of your content. Like we said in our first video, your brand still needs to stand out, and this is where creativity comes in. Learn more about the brand building process by checking out the rest of our videos on our channel. We hope you guys loved today's video, and if you want to learn more about the great solutions that can truly change the game, don't forget to tackle that subscribe button and give us a like. Now this is Zach with Creative, where business is our sport.